I just wanted to put a quick message out here for you guys, okay? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's hot. So anyhow, we just finished at the first ever Master Attunement coaching group. Oh my goodness. It was such a beautiful experience. I'm definitely going to be doing that coaching class again in the future. So I'm still kind of like riding off cloud nine from just wrapping up that 3 week group with the rest of the people that we had and doing their little graduation ceremony and things like that. But I just wanted to put this message out there regarding like stepping your game up in terms of how to identify, how to be, it's basically like how to identify proper spiritual teachers, okay? Now, this is the thing, like, you're not going to know everyone's intimate details of their life. You're not going to know their birth chart, their things, and things like that. But there are certain things that you can, there are certain characteristics that you can tap into and whatnot in order to make sure that you're, following the right people. Hi, Arialis. Hi, Keisha. Mystic K. You look so great today. I saw your makeup. So now, one of the things first and foremost is you want to, I kind of want to stay away from like, okay, these are the different signs I should be or should not be. I'm not going to say that. I would say this. If you really want to know if you should be doing any type of spiritual teaching or leadership, you need to look into your Vedic chart, because your nakshastras, are going to tell you if you're supposed to be doing something with a healing path, or if you're supposed to be doing some type of maybe herbalism or body work or yoga or even astrology. Your nakshastras, your Vedic astrology will tell you that. Now, in Vedic astrology, my nakshastra is Hasta, which is golden healing hands and rules over astrology. So doing a healing work with my hands, Reiki, astrology, all that stuff, all that was supposed to be in my life path because of my nakshastra as well as my birth chart. Okay, so it comes to me naturally. On top of that, like, one thing that you want to be mindful of with the people that you're going after for like any type of reading or any type of like leadership or whatnot, you just want to make sure that they've been through certain experiences and traversed those experiences so that they can teach you. Because what are they teaching on? What knowledge base are they relying on, right? So that's why even too, like, when I do teach and stuff like that, I also put books on top of like my experience to back up and reaffirm my experience in the teaching with the academic information and whatnot, right? So you want to also make sure that the person that you're looking forward to is ordained in some ways to even give that information. Now it becomes tricky with that because there are people who are young and they're supposed to be doing their spiritual work, their path, because of their experiences, and then there are people who are even older and they have no fucking business even doing any type of spiritual work. They're not qualified. So you have to kind of gauge. Then you have to kind of gauge. Okay, this is like, especially when you're older, you know like somebody that's faulty from somebody that's real. So, and if they're younger or they're older or whatnot, so you have to be the judge of that. So those are just some of the things that you should be looking into as well. On top of that, looking in their ideologies, like, do they believe in supporting the border crisis? Do they believe in supporting certain economic factions and regimes? Do they believe in supporting certain ideologies that are limiting in nature? You have to think about that too. What's their belief system? All right. That's why it's important for, if I believe honestly, you have to know the person who you're talking to. Like, because you can get into a thing where you don't know who you're talking to. They're not telling you anything about their personal life. You don't know anything about them, and you put them on a pedestal. Then you find out these people are monsters later on. And I've had that experience. That's why I always share with you guys, so at least you know who you're talking to, right? Now, another thing too, for some folks who are trying to do spiritual work, it's not going to go in your favor because you're coming into it with chaos, conflict, competition, plagiarism, slander, etc. And I'm just going to say this because I've seen a couple of channels going after readers like Astro Queen and things like that, and you guys are fucking kids. And I'm not getting into y'all beef or anything like that, but because I see it. You need to respect when someone has more knowledge and information and training than you. You need to respect when someone has had a life experience that has afforded them more information. When someone comes from also an ancestral lineage as well too, that is of high vibration, or those gifts were passed down into from one generation to another. And I see it, and it's disrespectful because I see a lot of y'all have written off not only just her wave, but my wave, and other readers, and then or spiritual teachers, and then you guys down them. It's not okay. And that's exactly how a lot of you guys are going to get your pass revoked to even be teaching and having your platforms and your channels and stuff like that. Have respect. Just because, someone is doing something that you want to do or you feel like you can do it better and things like that, go do it. But don't be trying to target people and single people out who've been doing it way longer than you, who got way more knowledge than you, way more wisdom and experience, because you're jealous and low vibing. And some of the people that I see coming out the woodworks, it's because I know it's not just me getting attacked. There's a lot of different spiritual teachers, because you got these young ones who they're in the social media generation, so they feel like that's how they build clout, by internet beef. That's their new thing. Because you know what? I'm not from that internet generation. I didn't have a phone until I was in 12th grade. I'm not from that. My generation, we don't really do all that. It's this young shit that goes on these days with you young hoes and you young females. I don't know what it is. You guys need to learn how to have some respect. And also too, you got to be careful, because certain people, they're ordained with the path to teach and be in certain areas and things like that, and you're trying to intercept, or you're taking shots and stuff like that, and that's how the Most High is going to make you an example. It's seniority, yeah, and it's just a thing of respect, period. Like even with my channel, I've had my channel for 2 years, but everyone knows that I've been talking about this same stuff, spiritual teaching, knowledge, information, wisdom, for the past 10 years. The past 10 years now. I had an Instagram account that was hundreds of thousands of followers. Yeah, teaching high level spiritual knowledge and stuff like that, even before I started even reading tarot and getting into the tarot. That's why I was so good at it. Been studying astrology and the planets and stuff like that. So, you guys got to be really careful about that bullshit. And some of y'all that be coming for these other folks that got way more knowledge and information and grounding than you, you're not even equipped to even speak. That's why you guys are talking about you got pedophiles around your children and drug addicts and shit like that. And then how are you coming for somebody else's rank spiritually then? You can't even get right when you're own right. That's why I keep on telling you, you guys are going to get your platform taken away. The ancestors are going to embarrass you and disgrace you, because you're coming for the real teachers. Just stay in your fucking lane and be happy with what you have. Stop being jealous of other people's spiritual gifts and their teaching and knowledge and information and what they have to offer people. And a lot of the times too, we go through struggle and sacrifice. For those authentic spiritual teachers, not us who can come and talk good and work karmics in the background, we've gone through isolation. Yeah, we've gone through like being the black sheep of our family, being isolated and things like that, getting attacked and things like that for our gifts and stuff like that as children. And then you got people who, you guys want to, now it's the cool thing to be weird. Now it's cool to be weird and isolated and stuff like that in the black sheep. Before, it wasn't cool. When I was growing up and stuff like that, it wasn't cool. We suffered. That's how we got our spiritual gifts. That's how we got the kids to the streets. It's the same thing I was talking about with Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy Turner. How did he get Cosmo and Wanda? He was isolated. He was bullied. That's how he got Cosmo and Wanda, because they heard him cry out with his pain and suffering, with his family and everything, and his friends and school and all that stuff. That's why they came to him. So it's our, and I just use that as an analogy. It's our degradation and her as a child that brought us our spiritual inheritance. For a lot of us, ask any high-ranking spiritual teacher on the internet. They went through the tower. That's how they became the star. They had to go through the tower. That's how they became the star. A lot of y'all ain't never really been through the tower, or the tower that you went through, you created the tower for yourself. That's a different type of initiation. It's a false one. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I see it. And you guys be trying to come for people's crown, but you don't even know who they run with spiritually. You have no idea who ordained them to teach their ancestors, all that stuff. And some of you people are just running to other countries to go get rituals and get demons put on their head just to say that they're initiated or affiliated and stuff like that. That's why a lot of y'all are getting karma too. Be careful how you play with people and whose name you run and all that other shit. Stop plagiarizing as well too, because you guys want to seem enlightened or aware or things like that. I see it a lot too. There's a proverb, and it says, God help the person that takes another man's story as their own. That's why a lot of you guys are getting caught up, because of the spiritual knowledge and information and wisdom that you're professing to have and share. You're stealing it from other people. Then you're going around and trying to dog those other people and put them down after stealing their information. You're energy harvesting. You're a vampire. And that shit's going to poison you. So I just wanted to say that, because I see a lot of it, and it's also a thing for you guys too, and learning how to discern who should be teaching spiritual information, knowledge, and wisdom. You'll know. And stop trying to come for the true teachers, and that's exactly why you guys are getting exposed and put on blast. Okay? So I just wanted to say that here today. A lot of people take a lot of time to invest and to grow their spiritual gifts and practice to help other people. They invest a lot of time and energy. I know I pay for stuff. I invest time and energy and all that stuff. I sacrifice and I withhold and restrain and all that stuff just to be able to share with you guys spiritually. And that's another reason why some of you guys are getting mad, because you spent your time chasing after dick, having karmic children, cashing men out, being in toxic relationships versus healing yourself and clearing yourself and being in your spiritual path. And now because you realize that you're delayed and you kind of missed the finish line and stuff like that, now you're getting mad. That's what I keep on telling you guys. You never know what you're giving up when you're chasing after finite things. So be careful, because you can lose something infinite. I've seen plenty of powerful women lose their spiritual gifts and their ranking chasing after men. Be careful. So I just wanted to put that out there. Be mindful. Y'all also keep your eyes open. Stay out of people's lane. You don't know who's ordained to do what. You don't know who runs with who. You don't know what people's path are, their experiences, or any of that. Shut the fuck up. Hush. And I'm gonna say something too. I be hearing a lot of y'all coming for Virgos. Bitch, stay out our fucking lane. Because we are in the universe of Virgo. We are in the Virgo supercluster. This side of the universe, this galaxy is inside the Virgo supercluster. So you're dealing with us, whether you like it or not. Virgo's the goddess of the zodiac. You're just mad because we got mastery over Mercury. And you're an airhead.